Greetings, Legion. Welcome to a beautiful and surprisingly sunny Bergen. Also a little bit moist, if I'm completely honest. But
that's what she said.
With me, I have got the Middle Eastern marauder, my brother from another mother, the great Shayan from Trivax and Iblis Manifestations. We're going to take you through Grieghallen, show you what you can expect if you've not yet been, show you what you're missing out on if you've not been to Beyond the Gates, and what you can expect if you decide to scrape some ducats together and get yourself a ticket for next year. So follow us. So one of the things, Shayan, that I have noticed about this venue is, or instantly hit me about this venue is, this is like posh festival going. Like this is about the most luxurious experience that you could have at a festival that I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I agree, and it's interesting that it's in correlation with black metal of the purest form, because one thing you have to understand is that there's a lot of history attached to this building alone, because this is also where the original studios are, where a lot of those OG black metal albums were recorded, whether it was Enslaved or any of those other Bergen bands. And yeah, it's a very special atmosphere. You know, I don't think there's anything else like it that quite connects to this genre. Obviously, besides Inferno, who have kind of the Oslo side of things covered, I think Bergen's Beyond the Gates a really special evening.
Agree. And if you don't know what Grieghallen is, you probably stumbled onto this, or what exactly it means within the pantheon of black metal. It's a very good chance you stumbled onto this channel by mistake. The Mysteries, Dom Satanas, In the Nightside Eclipse. I mean, anybody who's anybody in the early 90s recording black metal recorded their albums right here. So this is exactly as Shayan said, this is sacred ground, or holy ground, as far as black metal is concerned. All right,
absolutely.
Let's take you guys through the entrance.
Let's do it.
So right here, we have one of the most fearsome security guards in the business. Step out of line and you're bound to end up with a broken leg, broken arm if you're lucky.
You get the smile.
That's right. Right here, we got the metal market. Have you availed yourself of anything at the metal market? I would assume some of those pornographic art pieces would be right up your street.
Not enough goats.
But anyway, as you can see, we've got loads of vinyl, loads of t-shirts, some of the Nike stuff over here. We got art pieces.
It's a pretty cool selection, actually.
Very much so. More shirts over there. I think Territorial Possessions had a stand here as well. Like
we just walked past it.
There we go, yeah. So Territorial Possessions, Dark Essence has a stand here. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie, it's reasonably pricey, but if you've made it thus far, you can probably afford a few extra pennies on some cool t-shirts.
I would say so, yes. And this lady here, she has some of the best tops. Okay, all handmade. She's not here at the moment, but yeah, there's some like killer stuff. You know, you got Mayhem. I think my fiance, she bought a Destroyer 666 one.
Oh yeah,
and a Danzig one. So good taste in this department here. So lots of cool options.
I'm gonna get my wife that Dio one for Christmas, and for Christmas time, Christmas aligned frolics.
I like it. I'm gonna go for the fanny pack. Since everyone calls me the Black Metal Joe Rogan, I might as well go for the fanny pack, except with spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's very fucking cool about this festival is they have, in I think quite subtle but tasteful ways, integrated black metal history into the whole experience. Yeah. So if you follow us, there's an exhibition here where they have, I believe it's either prints or the original artworks from major album covers, iconic album covers. So if you come with us,
by Zbigniew Bielak, Polish artist. He's done Ghost most famously, but Watain.
Most shamefully, but then obviously he's done Watain, which is a lot better.
But you have to admit, the Ghost artwork is phenomenal.
Yes.
Every single one of them, like one better than the one before it, you know, just the detail.
Yeah.
And also even some of the backdrops and things that he's done are absolutely crazy. There's that Carcass one as well, which is, that's the one with like the vegetables, which is actually a picture, he was telling me. Maybe let's go to it, and if I see it, we can talk a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, you take us through this, because usually my type of album covers is just awash with either pentagrams or decapitated people.
Absolutely.
There,
Yes.
a couple of very cool album covers. You got The Plague Within. Paradise Lost, by the way, played a... Well, you'll hear more about it on the on my roundup, my review segment that I will do for Beyond the Gates. But I would say, tough day at the office for them, unfortunately. But yeah, there you go, Paradise Lost. We got Maguire Craft. I fucking love that album, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Kind of feels like it's high time for them to do something else. But yeah, what are some of your favorite pieces here, Shayan?
Well, I think my favorite one of his ever is still Lawless Darkness.
Yeah.
Which I don't see it like right in my view right now, but I'm sure it's got to be here somewhere. I think that's a really special one. But I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of the Ghost ones as well. So you got the previous Ghost one over there, Impera, if I remember correctly. That's like the attention to detail on that. Now, whether if you're an extreme metalhead who's not a fan of the music, fair enough. But I think you can absolutely appreciate the detail of the artwork and sort of the depth to it as well. It's almost like it's like a science project as an artwork, which I absolutely love that. A really interesting one is the Carcass record record cover. So one of the very interesting things about this is the fact that this is an actual picture, like a real picture of basically a heart that he physically assembled from different vegetable pieces, which is fairly realistic, and it looks like an actual heart with arteries on the inside of it. And you've got the different stages of it that are rotting away. I only know this because I spoke to him about it at Inferno last year, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it's a really interesting piece, and that's the actual Carcass album cover. And then you got a few other pieces on that side as well, including the previous Ghost record.
And I mean, that Ghost album, again, you know, I concede, even though not the biggest fan of the band per se, but that is outstanding.
Yeah, what I really like about that one is the fact that it's a nod to Sepultura. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't, no.
Yeah, that's a nod to Sepultura's first EP. You know, with the little orange monster sat on top of the building.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Which is, I think, a cool touch,
Yeah.
you know?
Very cool. What do we have around the corner? Let's see. More Ghost.
Oh, he's actually doing a tour.
All right. Let's make our way upstairs in that case.
There we go.
So upstairs, I mean, again, one of the cool things about this venue is it's really nice and spacious. I know they weren't sold out this year, but they were probably reasonably close, I would say, to being sold out.
I think it was like 20 passes left, something like that.
Yeah. You never feel like you're crammed in. You never feel like you're, you know, shoving onto a fucking bus in rush hour.
Yeah.
You know, there's loads of room. You feel like
It never quite feels like being on an Indian train. So
yeah.
that's
Other thing, of course, loads of drinks vendors. Because there's loads, thank God, there's no fucking queues or very few queues. Prices are, you know, what you'd expect in Europe. So nothing too exorbitant, but yeah, I would pay a premium for not having to queue. I fucking hate queuing.
Yeah.
All right. So over here for the past couple of days, we have had the Beyond the Ink tattoo section of the festival, where for the last 2 days, you've been having some work done.
I have indeed, yes. I think we did about 12 hours of work on my back, getting a Farvahar piece done. We can take you to it and show the area, although I think quite a bit of it's already packed away now. So this is the area where I actually did the judging for the different tattoos earlier. Of course, mine wasn't included as it would have been a conflict of interest. And I don't want to do a case of Nancy Pelosi messing around with stocks. So that's how that went, but it went really cool. There's some really sick designs actually. The lady who won it, it was this insane sleeve with like so much detail with I think a Japanese artist over there. But there is some like really killer stuff. We can show you the area and how it looked like.
They also use this stage for the Thorns listening session. I think they had a couple of other events here as well. There's again, it's not just, or the festival doesn't just take place in Grieghallen. It takes place across multiple venues, And in those venues, there's loads of different activities. So there's bands, there was wine tasting with Gol, there was a fucking absolute gangster named Jackie Smith from the Into the Necrosphere podcast that did a panel with Schmear from Destruction. You might see that at some point in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, so there's loads of stuff happening all the time. The other thing that's really nice about Beyond the Gates and about Bergen generally is everything is really close together. So almost everything that you can do or would want to do is within about a 5 to 10 minute walk. Like I said, the weather this festival has been fucking stunning. And the city itself, this is my first time visiting, easily one of my favorite cities in Europe. If 100%. Not my favorite city in Europe, you know, at first impressions.
I fully share the same sentiment. I always said that Bergen and maybe Edinburgh are like my favorite cities in Europe.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this place. And one thing I really recommend people to do, if you haven't done it yet, is go up to the mountain. They've got this like little rail system that kind of, you get a ticket, like a return ticket. There's only one stop. One's on the ground in the city and then one's on top of the mountain. And I absolutely recommend the view from the top of the mountain. And today, as we went there were actually some domesticated goats hanging around, which I didn't see that last time, but you just got goats hanging around and you can pet them and sit with them and they are super chilled, which it's like, it's so black metal, it's almost laughable. And I love that. But yeah, obviously for people like myself who love nature and like to be around animals, highly recommend it.
Let's take a look at the tattoo section, or what was the tattoo section. This area here is where Shayan got his penis tattooed earlier.
Absolutely, yes.
Flames down one side, pentagrams down up the other.
It was actually Allahu Akbar, but we could only fit Allah and the rest of it, you know. Yeah, the rest of it I had to draw the A. But no, jokes aside, the tattoo that I got is actually Farvahar, which is an ancient Persian symbol. It's a symbol of Zoroastrianism, and it stands for good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. And that's something that's very close to my heritage and where I come from. And it's a faith and an ideology and an identity, more importantly, that's been heavily suppressed by Islamic ideas.
Let's grab the man responsible for it.
I have to show you the gentleman who actually did the tattoo for me. Alex, if you would like to come in, sir.
I'll be the roving reporter and hold the microphone up to him.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello everyone, it's Alex.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah, Alex is the gentleman who I had the pleasure of being inked by. He did a fantastic and a tremendous job of doing the back piece. I think I can show it now to the camera, but yeah, I mean, you're a pro, man. I didn't expect us to get so much done in so little time.
Yeah, it was 2 intense days.
It was, yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about the design and what we did?
Well, it was a design collab. You gave me the idea of what you wanted, and I had some suggestions of how we could make it cool. Because it's an ancient symbol, so I wanted to do it like a stone artifact that was placed on your back, and around it, the lettering that we wanted, I thought that we could do it as in carvings in the skin.
Yeah.
So you place the holy artifact and then you carve the message into your skin, since it's your heritage in ancient Persia.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should reveal it. So it still has maybe about 15% left to be completed.
Yeah. So far
I think we're about to see a Hulk Hogan shirt rip coming up.
So far it was about 13 hours of tattooing, and we have maybe 3 hours to go. Need to say though that it's plastic and stuff. Here the lettering will be red and white, and also more shading around these, so it looks like the skin is curving. Yeah, but it's gonna be super cool when it's done.
Let me ask you a question, like what is it like as a tattoo artist attending Beyond the Gates?
Really cool.
Yeah?
This is easily one of the best conventions ever. I don't do usually these traditional tattoo conventions. I mostly do festivals and conventions like this. Also, Inferno in Oslo. It's kind of the same. It's a metal festival with a super cool tattoo convention. So yeah, and the crew here is amazing.
Yeah.
Super cool vibe. Everyone is so friendly and nice.
And if anybody has seen that and they want to get something done with you, what do they need to do?
Well, they need to send a DM on Instagram.
Slide up in them DMs.
Yeah. Impaler_Inc. is the page to write to.
And for festivals, like if somebody who's coming from the States, like how long in advance would you suggest they get in touch with you?
Well, as soon as they can, to be honest, to be sure to have a time. Yeah, because I'm always fully booked for these conventions. So, yeah, as soon as they can, really. Yeah.
Well, brother, it was fucking brilliant meeting you as well. And
likewise.
I know we've spoken about potentially getting you on the podcast, so he will be on the show at some point in the not too distant future.
My man.
Yes. All right. What else have we got? We had Mark Weatherhead from One for Sorrow Tattoo over there. Mark was one of my early guests, like episode, I think it might have been episode 34 or something like that. But very, very, very good dude. Very good tattoo shop.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Based
out of Shrewsbury in Shropshire in the UK. So again, if you're in the UK and you're in the market for a tattoo, check out One for Sorrow. What else have we got going here? You take us down the passageway over here.
Okay. There we go. Yeah. Got a nice selection of stuff. Are you done?
Like this coat. We're going to put the stuff at the hotel and
Hey man.
Yeah.
and I'm going to go to see a bath and
Okay.
go to Needham.
Do you want to say that again?
Oh, I'm just going to go to put the stuff at the hotel, going to go see a bath and go to Needham for the after party.
Cool, man. Do you want to introduce yourself to people who are watching?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I'm Raf. I've been tattooing for 23 years and I've been living in London the last 12 years and just moved to France. So.
Yeah, man. Killer guy. Check out his tattoo work. It's the best. All right.
And music. Always good to see you.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
You too, brother.
All right. Let's make our way now to the VIP area. Let's see who's hanging out there.
Probably a bunch of fucking posers. That's a joke. All right, I'm joking. Fine.
All right. We'll make our way over there.
Yeah. And this section of the VIP bar is only going to be available for the paid subscribers of Into the Necrosphere, because normal people, average muggles don't get to go past this certain point in the festival. So I feel like it's only fair that the online world has the same experience.
If you're wearing an Into the Necrosphere t-shirt, then you automatically are allowed in here.
Absolutely.
All right. And also, just to say, my wife gets the creeps walking over this thing, so she can't look down there.
I was just about to start jumping on it.
You're going to start skipping your way down.
We're doing
a venue walkthrough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-hosting a venue walkthrough. All right. And that's it, basically. I think everyone else is busy watching Talker. A couple of ne'er-do-wells obviously there, busy drinking, and who knows what else they're getting up to. And then, normally this is where all the press folk, all the organizers and stuff hang out. We're going to show you guys the stage as soon as Talker is finished playing. All right, up these stairs, we're going to head to the second floor balcony of the Grieghallen main concert area. And we're going to show you guys what it looks like. I mean, we said before this is luxury festivaling. You're going to see exactly what we mean when we go in there right now. So let's head this way. So here we go. As you can see, you basically have cinema quality seating if you don't want to sit on the or be on the floor. But if you do want to be on the floor, really, I mean, really nice size area for the floor, I think.
Look at the acoustics of the whole ceiling. This is a professional opera house, so the sound projection here is off the charts.
Yeah, so they do symphony orchestras, major operas. I mean, this is definitely not the typical metal concert venue.
So I have a cool memory here from last year. So if you look at this little spot here, so in this venue, when the lights go down, it's pitch black, absolutely pitch black. All you can see is just the stage there. So I remember being sat right there, cross-legged on that little platform, on my own, no one else around in this area, pitch black. And I was watching Djevel perform what we wouldn't have known at the time would be their last show with with the main member, I suppose. And that, I can tell you, was by far one of the most fulfilling live black metal experiences I think I've ever had. Because you can imagine a magnificent venue like this with the level of sound production that they have, everything pitch black, and all you can see is the stage. And it was almost like a sort of meditation with this show, and I feel extremely lucky and blessed to have actually been able to see it. But at the same venue, we've also seen the Bathory tribute concert, the Blood, Fire, Death show, which featured all the different vocalists, including a couple of friends of mine, and yeah, lots of really cool fucking stuff happening here. And I think I would probably say, and I'm sure I'm not the only person who would say this, but this is probably the most impressive venue I have ever watched and listened to black metal in, hands down. So,
Question is, how? I mean, I would assume this would be, if you could choose any place in the world to perform in, hands down, it would be this place.
it's definitely on the bucket list. So I will put that out there.
Let's say top 3 venues that you would most love to perform.
Mecca, number 1. You think I'm kidding? I'd love to be on top of the Black Cube because it's already an ongoing circle pit. Okay, so it's actually quite perfect for metal. And there's a lot of people that go there. Some of them might smell, but that's fine. And that goes with the theme of metal concerts, I find. Last part was a little mean, but nevertheless, moving on. So second, how do I top that? Jesus.
About to say, you go from there.
Second, I would love to play the basement of Vatican. Purely because after the show is done and everyone is distracted going to the merch table or merch columns or whatever they might have over there, I want to go and read what kind of fucking information they're hiding down there. That's very important. That's some like Library of Alexandria level shit, extraterrestrial stuff that I want to know about. So, and third venue would be Grieghallen, of course. So, yeah.
So the more realistic one, Grieghallen. By the way, you forgot your hip flask from last year. Sit over there. Over there.
Oh yes, of course. And you know, that of course is only filled with Persian magic juice and non-alcohol. I can assure you it's actually fully halal what I was drinking during the Djevel concert. So there we go.
But you kind of hinted at it earlier. You genuinely do, like on a serious note, when you sit here and you watch something. We've seen, you know, we watched King Diamond. We watched. Let's go off the top of my head. Hex Vessel. Earlier today, we saw Gehenna play a fucking fantastic show. When you're in this venue, you genuinely do feel immensely privileged.
Yeah.
To be able to experience this, especially if you, like you and I, grew up seeing from a distance Inferno, Beyond the Gates, and you kind of thought to yourself, the idea of you being able to actually ever attend one of those events was a pipe dream. It certainly was for me.
One thing I can add to that, just going back into it, you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
First of all, it is a very immersive experience and it is utterly powerful. And you do feel blessed to be here, kind of at the home of it all. the Mecca of black metal, if you will. Speaking of Mecca, the question that you asked me a moment ago, saying what would be my actual bucket list to play, I would love to play in Tehran at least one more time in my lifetime. That would be the ultimate dream for me, is to play there again. And there's a venue called, there's a tower in Tehran called Borj Milad, or the Milad Tower. And I've actually attended a couple of shows there before. And it's kind of a similar size to this. And it would be my dream to take Trivax there and play someday. So that's my real bucket list. I'd still play Mecca though, so. Yeah.
So overall impressions of this year's Beyond the Gates?
Really good. Good vibes, good music, good people. People at the festival are actually really nice. We've had a very high number of people coming up to both of us, complimenting the podcast. So shout out to all of those cool fucking people who came up and said hello. Oh, actually, let's do this. We'll give a shout out on the channel. Okay?
Yeah.
So a friend of ours who's originally from Wisconsin came over and gifted us, Ryan, yes. Yeah. He came over and gifted us with this CD of his band, US band. Some cool demos from the 90s. I'm yet to listen to it, but I highly recommend you all to go and check it out, okay? So Ryan, if you're watching this, thank you for the CD, bud. Very nice to meet you.
He gets an endorsement by virtue of being just a fucking total badass and an absolute gentleman.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Only the best people listen to Into the Necrosphere and Iblis Manifestations. There are no exceptions in that.
This is my first time, my first year attending. It's definitely not going to be my last. I mean, this to me is like, I would, without wanting to play favorites, I would probably prioritize this over any overseas festivals, any other overseas festivals that I may or may not be invited to next year and the year after. This to me is where it's at.
And at this moment in time, I think I share the same sentiment as well. I'm lucky that I get to see a good number of festivals because we get to play them with Trivax, especially this year upcoming. There's a lot going on, but as a festival goer, I absolutely love this place.
So there you go, everybody. That was our walkthrough of Grieghallen and of Beyond the Gates 2025. I have had a fucking absolute blast. I want to say a massive thank you to all of the organizers here. Silja, Osmund, Torgrim, Katie, Jessica, Letitia, all of the delegates. You guys have all been fucking awesome. Have I forgot anybody?
I'm sure that we have, but just a general thank you to everyone for being so accommodating and having us at this wonderful festival. I've got nothing but good things to say.
It has been an absolute fucking blast. We will most definitely be here again next year. Hope to see all you bad motherfuckers here as well.
You heard it here.
Through the days of bitterness, still eternally.